Welcome, everyone, to This Week Astrology for the week of June 15th to June 21st. This week, we have summertime. Seasons change, folks, and I'm here to tell you all about it. So welcome to my channel if you are new here, and welcome back if you're returning. I'm Joshua the Psychic. You can check out my website, psychicsun.com, if there's anything I can do for you. So let's reflect back to the last time we spoke. Mercury, planet of communication, has gotten a lot more emotional since June 8th, as it's entered the most emotional, sensitive sign of the zodiac, Cancer. So with Mercury now in Cancer, our thinking has become more intuitive, emotional, and reflective. This transit encourages deep reflection, thoughtful communication, and connecting with your inner world. Mercury will be in Cancer until June 26, 2025. So definitely be a little bit more sensitive when talking to people and recognize that you may be more sensitive too. That's good to keep in mind. Also, joining Mercury is Jupiter. Jupiter is entering Cancer too, or it has entered Cancer as of June 9th, right ahead of our Sagittarius full moon that we had on June 11th. So Jupiter is the planet of luck and abundance. So now Jupiter is much, much more happy because it had been in Gemini for the past year where it is detrimented. So Sagittarius is the ruler of is ruled by Jupiter, right? And the opposite of Sag is Gemini, so that makes Gemini detrimented when it was in Jupiter, when Jupiter was in Gemini. So it's going to be a lot easier for us to expand and grow because Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. It's much happier in Cancer, and our focus for the next year or so is going to be on more. It's going to be more on home, family, and emotional growth and security. So if you want to have more luck in your life, you want to align with the ocean, you want to align with your emotional security, you want to align with those Cancerian traits, and that's going to help you to thrive. You may want to find out where Cancer is in your chart, as that area is going to be lit up for the next year with luck for you. And you can check out the resources in the description below. I'm sure I did a video on that. So you can check out where Jupiter in Cancer is for you and what that means. Hey, Kelsey, nice to see you. Happy Friday. So yes, we have a lot of Cancerian energy that we're playing with. And let's talk about this week and how you can make the most of it, make the most of just one small day. So on June 15th, 2025, we're, of course, under our waning moon phase. So that's the period right after the full moon. We had our full moon in Sagittarius on June 11th. So what is love flows, what is not goes. So complete projects, release what no longer serves you, and let go of old patterns to make space for new growth. This waning moon period will be in effect until June 25th, at which point we're going to have our new moon in Cancer, which we're going to talk about next week. On Sunday, your planetary ruler, of course, is the sun. Sunday is the sun's day, so it connects us to the eternal present moment. It's a day to enjoy your life and do things that light you up. And we have an Aquarius moon on Sunday, so prepare for the unpredictable. Aquarius moon keywords: innovative, independent, humanitarian, unconventional, progressive, and personable. And 15 numerologically on Sunday represents love and nurturing. Aww. It signifies affection, caregiving, and emotional depth. Think compassion and healing. And we got 2 awkward squares on Sunday. So the universe is making us make changes, right? Perhaps ahead of the summer solstice, because we got 2 square aspects that's going to require some kind of change. Whenever we have a square, there's a demand for change. There's this conflict that happens, and we have to act. So Jupiter in Cancer will square Saturn in Aries. So what we need to do with this square is balance expansion with discipline and overcome obstacles with patience and focus. So we may be wanting to expand, but then Saturn comes along and says, nope, can't do that. Saturn in Aries probably wants more definition before that expansion occurs. So think about that in terms of your projects, in terms of your relationships. What do you need to define further in order for you to go to that next level and grow? And we also have Mars in Leo squaring Uranus in Taurus. Now, this is a highly combustible aspect. So if you're catching this live, definitely keep an eye on Saturday, the 14th, because there's probably going to be stuff going on in the world that is very combustible. So be sure to send love to everyone in the world, because we have these aspects, these squares that are probably going to be felt the day prior. And I know we have a lot of stuff going on in the world. So just bear that in mind. Mars and Leo will square Uranus and Taurus. So take bold action, embrace change, and push past limits to spark growth. It's combustible, so you want to make sure that you're choosing your battles carefully and be very judicious about what hills you decide to die on. Robert Redford, remember him? He had this aspect in his chart. He certainly did. Robert Redford, for the record, was, of course, a Leo, a sexy Leo, and he had his moon in Virgo, making him nice and grounded. So maybe you watch a Robert Redford flick to align with that. That would be great. Oh, my goodness. Is this Grandma Nay? Oh, my goodness. What is this we have here, Grandma Nay? I don't think I've seen you in a dog's age. I have been well, very well, and I hope you have been too. Great to see you, Grandma Nay. Oh, Kelsey, thank you very much for your super chat. I'll get to this in one moment. How will I fare or my position with all the changes at your company? This talk of a sale. Not sure how to word all of this. I'll figure it out. You're going to the MMA fights on Saturday. Well, that's a good way of dealing with this combustible energy. That's for sure. Definitely. Oh, you had a heart attack in December. Well, that's a good reason to miss This Week Astrology, right? I'm sorry to hear that, Grandma Nay. Send love to Grandma Nay, everybody. So she has no more heart attacks and that she feels really, really good. So while we're at it, we'll look at Kelsey's question. What is this question, Kelsey, again? How will I fare or with all of my changes at your company? Let's see. How will Kelsey fare at all the changes in the company? Let's see. How will Kelsey fare with all the changes at her company? How will Chelsea fare? All the changes with her company. How will Kelsey fare with all the changes in her company? How will Kelsey fare? Let's see, Kelsey. How will you fare with all the changes in your company? Let's see. Well, it's going to be fine. I mean, the first card you get is the Four of Cups. So it's sort of meh. It's not brilliant, but it's not bad. Like, there's still comfort for you. You got Queen of Wands. So you may need to be really assertive in order to get the most out of these changes and to protect yourself from the changes. I will say you do have Five of Swords here. So two things. One, don't fear defeat. Like, don't walk into this situation thinking it's going to be bad, but you have got to watch for your own self-interest. The Five of Swords says you need to have self-interest. You need to make sure that you're being assertive, because essentially with these cards, if they can get away with something that could be disadvantageous to you, they will. So be sure to be Queen of Wands. Know that you've established strength in your company and that you get to be part of these changes. But there is going to be some hoodwinking or some form of trying to get things past you. Oh, you didn't know? We decided to change this. So you got to maintain self-interest. I would say, though, that overall it's going to be fine with Four of Cups coming up first. Just assert yourself, and you can't put things past people, unfortunately. With Five of Swords, you got to look out for number one and make sure that nobody is making changes that are disadvantageous to you. And if they are, you got to assert yourself. And with the Queen of Wands, you got that established strength. So you've established strength in your company. Know that you got power there, but unfortunately, I have to say, don't trust them. don't trust them to take the wheel, because I do think they're going to try to implement some changes that are disadvantageous to you, but I also think that you're going to be able to prevent those changes from happening. I hope that helps. Change is the name of the game. Seasons change, as we're going to find out this week, that's for sure. Additionally, let's talk about, well, Monday, what a day. I think that's what Mama Cass said, right? Isn't that what she said? What a day. So you got your waning moon still in effect. Complete projects, release what no longer serves you, and let go of patterns to make space for new growth. It is the moon's day on Monday, the most sensitive, poorest day of the week. So be sure to double down in self-care and nurture your subconscious mind. This is a great time to focus on what you want, right? Not what you don't want. And your moon will be in Aquarius until 2:08 p.m. Eastern on Monday. So innovate, connect, and think freely. That Aquarius energy is going to encourage you to think outside the box. And then come 2:08 p.m. Eastern, the moon will shift to Pisces, which is a gentler energy. So during that period, you want to nurture creativity, trust your intuition, and embrace compassion with that sweet Pisces moon. And 16 numerologically on Monday is all about introspection and intuition. It signifies analysis, understanding, and insight, blending self-discovery with spiritual depth. So it's a very contemplative day on Monday, especially with that Pisces moon. And also on Monday, that's right, folks. On this day in 1990, Roxette started a 2-week run at #1 on the US singles chart with It Must Have Been Love. But it's over now. From the Pretty Woman soundtrack. Apparently, it became the duo's 3rd US #1 hit. I didn't know this, and that was back in 1990. How the time flies! So maybe you listen to that song. Maybe it's a good song for you to listen to if you're letting go of anything. Maybe you're thinking of a relationship that you still got to let go of, or even a job that you might miss. Maybe there's something in your life that, well, something that must have been love, but it's over now. So then you get to make room for those new beginnings, for lots of new beginnings. Or you could watch Pretty Woman. That's a great flick. In any case, on Tuesday, the 17th of June, we're under our waning moon phase. So it must have been love, but it's over now. So you're letting go of things that are no longer relevant. And, it can be bittersweet. Even if you're letting go of something that was toxic or terrible for you, you may have gotten accustomed to it, right? So think about those things that you don't want to bring into your next season, right? And you're going to have plenty of opportunity to bring in new things with a very, very powerful new moon on June 25th, which we'll talk about next week. On Tuesday, action-oriented Mars rules your day. So this is ideal for anything that requires extra courage, drive, and initiative. A good day to definitely assert yourself. If you want to get stuff done, you might be able to get a lot done on Tuesday. It's probably going to be an extreme with that Pisces energy, because Pisces can get lost in their work. So if you want to really work hard and get a lot done, allow yourself to get lost in your work. They say that Pisces loses themselves in their work, and that Virgo finds themselves in their work, and it comes together, right? Keywords for your Pisces moon on Tuesday: compassionate, intuitive, artistic, empathetic, sensitive, imaginative, selfless, escapist, idealistic, romantic, and adaptable. And 17 is the numerology for Tuesday. 17 is all about optimism and spirituality. If you know the tarot, or maybe you studied tarot with me or elsewhere, it's the star card, which is all about a bright day, a nice bright day ahead. And it signifies wisdom, enlightenment, and inner strength. So think contemplation with higher ideals. How can you reach for those higher ideals on Tuesday? And since I'm a Bostonian, I had to mention Bunker Hill Day. This day honors the American revolutionaries who, out of ammunition, fought the British with only the butts of their muskets. My goodness, embodying true courage makes sense. We Bostonians are always fighting people with the butts of our muskets. I don't know if that's true or not. They did. And we should honor them. Maybe if you're in Boston, you could go visit the monument. I haven't gone to the monument in quite a long time, quite a few decades. But if you're in Boston, that could be great. Oh, what is this, Grandma Nay? You got rid of him? Did somebody cut? Oh, so this is interesting, Grandma Nay, if you don't mind. So I understand, Grandma Nay, that you suffered a heart attack in December, and I'm sorry to hear that. But do you think that it's connected to like this jerk you were living with? Do you think there's a parallel there? Because let this be a lesson to people. Don't let awful people stay in your life, or it will affect your body. Would you say that's the case, Grandma Nay, or are the two not related? Just curious. He was toxic. Okay. So did the heart attack happen while you were still living with him, while he was still in your house? Or was it a matter of you let him go? Oh, he was. See? What does this mean? What does this mean? It means that you got to let go of people that are toxic, or situations that are toxic, or it could affect your heart. Well, how are you feeling now, Grandma Nay? How's the ticker doing? I hope it's well. I hope it's really well. What you may want to do is wear green to heal your heart chakra, and also eat green things like spinach. Oh, we're still in a relationship, but not in a. Okay, well. You're doing great now. Okay, all right. Well, I wish you the best. I would keep anybody who might be hurting your heart at a safe distance, Well, good luck to you, Grandma Nay. I'm glad you're doing great. That makes me very, very happy. And be careful of... Oh, no, is he gone? No, he's gone totally. You were still in a relationship. Okay. I'm having to get this through chats. It's not easy to communicate this way. So you were, at the time of the heart attack, he was still in a relationship, but he was not in your house. And now he's gone totally. You took him out with the trash. That's what you got to do with toxic people who cause you heart attacks. Don't let anybody cause you a heart attack. I'm glad you're doing well, Grandma Nay. I'm really glad. So enjoy Bunker Hill Day, and don't let anybody give you a heart attack. Don't let anybody toxic in your life. This is a really great time to let go of things and people that are awful. Also, on what day are we on? We're on Wednesday. Are we on Wednesday? Oh no, we're on Tuesday. Okay, that's fine. We're on Tuesday, and Mars, planet of action, drive, and initiative, will enter Virgo. So, as Mars enters Virgo, it's time to connect with our bodies, to prioritize self-care, and to focus on practical action. So this transit, which will last until August 7th, urges us to approach health and wellness with discipline and precision, creating a solid foundation for well-being. It's time to refine our routines, to pay attention to the details, and to work towards tangible goals with patience and dedication. Efficiency thrives, so use this energy to streamline your tasks, to improve your daily habits. Mars in Virgo encourages us to take proactive steps in caring for ourselves, fostering a sense of accomplishment and balance in our lives. So Mars in Virgo is going to be very, very interesting. This is going to be a really great transit, and it's going until August 7th. Yep, August 7th, to clear things out that no longer serve you. With this Virgo energy, it's a matter of everything around you needs to have some kind of practical purpose. You could even look at this in terms of your diet. Like, we sometimes eat empty calories. There's no nutritional value, but they taste good, so we eat them. Well, it's not really practical, right? You may want to eat things that serve dual purposes, that they taste good, but they're also really good for you. Also, it's great for like decluttering, making sure nothing is around you that doesn't serve some practical purpose. If you're a writer, this is a really good energy for editing, because Mars in Virgo can be very fastidious. So definitely enjoy that transit. And it's a great time to refine your routines to make sure that everything is running like a well-oiled machine. Virgo is all about process. They love process, and that really is key. Like, if you want to enjoy yourself and create a beautiful final product, Well, fall in love with your process. You don't want to be focusing on that end goal. You want to fall in love with that day-to-day activities, the day-to-day activities that you implement into your life. And then you're going to find that you create things in a much easier way. And you're not watching the clock, right? Because if you're focusing on, I got to get this done, it's not going to be as enjoyable and the product won't be as great. So focus on your process with that Mars and Virgo. I think that should be fun, actually, Mars and Virgo. So on Wednesday, the 18th of June, we're on our last quarter moon at this point. So the last quarter moon is the period of time between the full moon, which we had on June 11th, and the new moon, which we're going to have on June 25th. So because the full moon is all about harvest and completion and wrapping things up and letting go, on Wednesday, you want to say, okay, well, what else do I need to let go of in the next week in order to make space for those new beginnings that's going to be important on June 25th? Because you're going to have a tabula rasa, you're going to have a clean slate, you're going to have a new moon on June 25th. So you want to make sure that everything is cleared up. So think about what you need to let go of. Mercury, planet of communication, rules your day on Wednesday. So expect lots of correspondences. You may want to pad your schedule with some extra wiggle room, as you never know. You just never know what might come up out of the blue on Mercury's day. And your moon will be in Pisces until 7:07 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. So you're embracing creativity throughout the day on Wednesday. You're trusting your intuition and you're finding peace. That's really key. So the shift to Aries at 7:07 p.m. Eastern is going to encourage us to take bold action, to ignite our passion, to pursue our goals. So what's happening this week energetically is we are starting our week with this Aquarius innovative energy. Then we're letting things go, that Pisces energy, and then we're starting things that are new. We're incorporating more boldness into our lives, right? With that Aries moon that we have that starts on Wednesday. So bear that in mind. And 18, interestingly enough, is a number of completion, right? Because the cross sum of 18 is 9. 9 is the highest single-digit number. So 18 on Wednesday is all about introspection and wisdom. It signifies understanding, spirituality, and compassion, blending deep thought with empathy. So it's a very contemplative day, even though we do have that Aries moon later on. And we get another square. What is the universe doing to us? I'll tell you what it's doing to us. It's making us make changes. It's pushing us to say, okay, well, what about now? Can you handle this? What about now? What about now? What about now? And then we're going to be like, oh, uncle, I can't do it. I can't take it anymore. This needs to change with all these square aspects. Now, there might be squares that don't affect you, right? It might not be affecting your chart. However, if we look at what's going on in the world stage, well, we certainly can notice these squares. And although you might not be affected astrologically in your chart, your partner might, your boss might, your child might, and therefore it affects you. So with Jupiter in Cancer squaring Neptune in Aries, things could get a little bit cloudy. Watch out for deception, including self-deception on Wednesday. Stay grounded in your beliefs and avoid illusions that crowd your vision of growth. So measure twice, cut once on Wednesday, and when in doubt, leave it out. You may not have all of the information. So you definitely don't want to, especially after 7:07, when we're fired up and that moon is in Aries, you don't want to shoot first and ask questions later. In fact, you may want to do something creative because Denzel Washington has this aspect in his chart. And for the record, Denzel Washington is a Capricorn, and he looks like he has an Aquarius moon. But he also has that square. He has actually the square with Cancer and Libra. He has his Jupiter in Cancer squaring Neptune in Libra. So maybe you stay out of Dodge on Wednesday and you watch some Denzel Washington movie. Or maybe you do something creative. Hello, feisty fiddler. Are you feisty today, fiddler? I wonder if you are. I hope you are. It's great to see you. So enjoy that on Wednesday. Again, you want to go with the flow, but you probably will be encouraged to make some changes. And on Thursday, the 19th, of course, we're still under our waning moon phase. What is love flows, what is not goes. And Jupiter, planet of luck and abundance, rules your day on Thursday. So it's time to think big, to doubt your limits, and to go beyond your stretch. Because we're in this waning moon phase, what do you need to let go of that's weighing you down? Because the key to enlightenment is really just to lighten up. So you want to think about on Thursday, how can you have more lightness in your life, right? And also, I would say try to stay loose physically. Remember, the body is the unconscious mind. If you're looking to manifest, consider how might your body feel differently once you have your manifestation. And on Thursday, the moon will be in Get Her Done Aries. Keywords for your Aries moon on Thursday: energetic, courageous, dynamic, confident, impulsive, assertive, enthusiastic, competitive, and independent. So enjoy that fiery Aries moon energy on Thursday. I'm looking forward to that. And it's a 19, be it the 19th of June, which is all about completion and transformation. 19 signifies fulfillment, endings, and renewal. So think accomplishment with new beginnings, and those new beginnings are very relevant because you have your Aries moon as well on Thursday. And I don't know where this holiday came from, to be completely honest with you. Juneteenth. I only recently heard of this, which is fascinating. But Juneteenth apparently marks the end of slavery in the U.S., celebrating freedom, resilience, and everyone's right to equality. So maybe, in fact, you might have off this day. I don't know. When did it come about? Fascinating. But do enjoy Juneteenth on the 19th. Maybe you have the day off. Maybe you can celebrate your freedom and others' freedom as well on this very special day. And on Friday, the 20th of June, of course, we're under our waning moon phase. So we're completing projects. We're releasing what no longer serves us. We're letting go of old patterns to make space for new growth. Remember, we have that new moon in Cancer happening on June 25th. So you want to make sure that everything is cleared out, right? So you're not having anything sticking around that no longer serves you. And love saves the day. It always does. We had Love Conquers All day. I think it was last week. And Venus, planet of love and abundance, rules your day on Friday. So it's a great day to spread as much love around as possible. We should be doing that every day, of course, but certainly on Friday. And celebrate yourself, celebrate your blessings, celebrate others, because what we focus on grows, right? So it's a very abundant day. And your moon will be in fiery Aries all day, or pretty much all day, on Friday until 9:52 p.m. Eastern. So that's going to ignite your drive. It's going to encourage you to take initiative and to embrace boldness. Now, if you're up late, if you're up past 9:52 p.m. Eastern on Friday, well, you're going to get a double whammy of Venus energy, because Luna will shift to Taurus. That's going to be about us seeking stability, enjoying comfort, and grounding ourselves. So do enjoy that beautiful Taurus moon. The moon is so happy in Taurus. And 20, numerologically on Friday, embodies harmony and cooperation. It's all about teamwork, diplomacy, and balance, merging relationships with fairness. And it's vanilla milkshake day. So you got to have a vanilla milkshake, right? Because it's vanilla milkshake day. It's a sweet celebration of a creamy, nostalgic treat. At first, I did not know this, but at first, vanilla milkshakes were a concoction of eggs and whiskey. Well, that is a horse of a different color, isn't it? It evolved into the milkshake we can all enjoy today. So have some milk, have a beautiful vanilla milkshake. You could get one, or you could make one for yourself. That would be great. And you could put whiskey in it if you wanted to, right? Oh, okay, listen to this. Okay, so you took off because it's a bank holiday. So Juneteenth is a bank holiday, apparently. I didn't know that. It's been a thing in Texas for a while, Juneteenth. This is good to know. You heard it here, folks. Oh, well, thank you, Grandma Nay. Your bestie just showed up. All right, take good care, Grandma Nay. Have fun. Missed you too. And yeah, vanilla milkshakes are very yummy indeed. feisty fiddler. We're going to have a vanilla milkshake on Friday, although you might have a vanilla milkshake on any day of the week. It's a good day for it. But I'm surprised that whiskey was once in vanilla milkshakes. That's pretty interesting. So also on Friday, happy summertime, everyone. The sun will enter Cancer in tandem with the summer solstice. As the sun enters Cancer on the summer solstice, our focus shifts to home, family, and emotional well-being. We like that. We love emotional well-being. This transit invites us to nurture our roots, to create a sense of security, and to strengthen bonds with loved ones. It's time to embrace intuition, compassion, and self-care, fostering emotional growth and comfort. With it being the longest day of the year, the sun in Cancer encourages us to honor our feelings and to connect deeply with our personal sanctuary. It's a season to build lasting memories, nourish relationships, and embrace the warmth of summer. So the sun will be in Cancer on June 20th until July 22nd. So seasons change. What's this new season going to be about for you? And I hope it's a good one. I'm excited about it. Yes, I know. I'm really excited about summertime. This is going to be great. I can't wait to go to the beach. LA is actually soon going to be experiencing summertime weather because at one point we had either May gray or June gloom, and then you would have summertime. But over the past few years, we in LA have had both May gray when it's cloudy and June gloom when it is also cloudy. So I think that's going to change. Because next week we could have 80-degree weather. And those on the East Coast, I think you've actually been enjoying some really good weather, much better than LA weather, which is kind of funny. Let's just see what's going on in Boston today. Oh, so in Boston today, if you're catching this live, it's going to be a high of 75. And in LA, well, it will be a high of 77 here as well. So enjoy summertime. We're starting to feel it. And I would say, in addition to going to the beach, make sure to tap into that energy of the Divine Mother, because that's going to be really key. You want to nurture yourself more, nurture your family members, nurture your projects, and that should be great. And last but never least, Saturday, the 21st of June, we're under our waning moon phase. At this point, we're only going to have a few more days of the waning moon phase, right? Because we got that new moon on June 25th. So your waning moon is all about completing things, right? Complete your projects, release what no longer serves you. What is love flows, what is not goes. And Saturn, planet of discipline, restriction, and responsibility, rules your day on Saturday. So use Saturday to get your ducks in a row, set yourself up for a successful week ahead. And your moon will be a nice and grounded Taurus, a beautiful Venetian Taurus moon on Saturday, where the moon is happiest. The moon is exalted in Taurus. Keywords for your Taurus moon on Saturday: reliable, patient, practical, sensual, determined, stable, loyal, stubborn. Yes, Taurus says like the status quo, artistic, comfort-seeking, and persistent. So if you want to get stuff done on Saturday, start early because an object in motion likes to stay in motion. And yeah, Taurus is Venus ruled, and yes, they can be a little bit lazy, but if they're in motion, they're going to want to stay in motion. So start early if you want. And if you've got it, it's time for you to relax on Saturday. Perhaps you got all your ducks in a row. Well, really enjoy it because it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful Taurus moon. And 21 numerologically on Saturday is all about success and fulfillment. It signifies achievement, celebration, and satisfaction. Think of balancing triumph with gratitude. And how cool is this? Taurus rules the voice. It's connected to music. Taurus rules music. And on Saturday, it's World Music Day. In this holiday, it started in France. It aims to make music more inclusive and encourages people to interact with more types of tunes, different types of tunes. So maybe you'll explore new music, or maybe you'll create new music, or maybe if you play an instrument, you'll be playing music. That could be really great. But enjoy your music on Taurus Moon Saturday because that could be really, really great. And yes, music. There will be actually events all across the country for World Music Day promoting it. So that should be great. And you're excited. It's also, Taurus is your moon sign. That's the best moon sign. Taurus is the moon is very happy in Taurus. Yeah. So then we did it, folks. We went through this whole entire week, and we spoke to Casmar. Oh, no, we didn't speak to Casmar today, but that's okay. We spoke to Grandma Nay and Feisty Fiddler and Kelsey. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining me, especially in the chat. I always appreciate seeing everybody live. Thanks to those who are also watching the replay. Enjoy your week and your weekend if you're catching this live, and I'll see you next week. We're going to talk about that new moon in Cancer next week, so keep that in mind, and check out all of my free resources below. And of course, if you're looking for readings, etc., check out my website, psychicsun.com. All of my links are in the description below. All right, so take good care, everybody, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.